Hello, hello, hello. My name is Julie. Welcome to my channel. This is Julie ASMR. So we got a lot of stuff going on for today's video. We're gonna have some tapping, some page turning, flipping. I got a whole stack of journals, like a whole stack of them. Just gonna go through all the journals that I have that I found so far. I was thinking, one of the things I hate about these videos is the reflection off my glasses. So I was gonna eventually do a video with all these glasses. So much my prescriptions have changed over the years, and there is a pair in here. I'm trying to think if I got. Yeah, these were from the military. They're sunglasses, but they do not fit very if you look. Yeah, let's look at them. Yeah, exactly. But let's see how they look. Well, you still have a reflection on it. Yeah, it doesn't fit well, and it's still a reflection. And I think it just looks weird if I don't wear my glasses. I did a video without my glasses, and it just looked kind of weird. Plus, I can't see that well with these, so. All right, well, that was a bust on that one. Actually, these are the prescription sunglasses I got when I was in the military. No longer anywhere probably near my current prescription. But I probably should invest in a pair of prescription glasses that are sunglasses. Okay, I digress. I had no plans on doing ASMR on my glasses and glass cases, but you can let me know in the comments. I have a good section of glasses here, so. Alright. But I also almost start videos if I have somebody likes to show my amigurumi. They got these cute little cats. I think I just kind of winged it, but I think I will do on my other channel a tutorial on how to make these. Oh my god, they're so cute. Probably make some more of those. So we're going to start off with some journals. This one has a cat on it, and it's stay humble, work hard, pet cats. Now I wish I brought it up with me. I actually have a pencil case that even one of my purses that has extra stuff in it, and it's the exact same design. All right, so I think I only wrote on the first page. So my first entry is from December 3rd, 2021. And it says I had bought this journal back in late December 2020. So yeah, I wrote this and I bought it I didn't put my first entry in until a year later. So I had this a year, and I was initially thinking as a project journal. So I was gonna write all my projects in here. But that didn't, I mean, it's usually a good idea, but that, I think all this here, empty pages. All those are empty. So yeah, I probably bought, I think I like to look at journals and I like to peel them, but I don't do a lot of writing or journaling as I should. So thus I got a stack full of journals that probably have a lot of empty pages in them. So when this was in here, this was just somebody gave this to me. Thought I might like it. It's just a page, because they know I knit and crochet, that has patterns on here. It's probably a vintage. Oh, Women's Day. 11/24/87. Yeah. I think these are all knitted, except I think one is crochet. So that was in there. So that is the first journal. Alright, so this journal has an interesting story. Oh, like that. So I bought this in March of 2020. And I think we all know what was going on in March of 2020. We had a cruise booked for March 2020. So we were actually on our way to the cruise. We got halfway. We were driving down there. It was a 2-day drive, and we did our first day, and then we had learned that they canceled. But the carnival, they just canceled. So obviously because of the pandemic. So as a pivot because we were on vacation, we went to Branson, Missouri. If you've been to Branson, Missouri, they have the Titanic Museum, and that's where I bought this from, the Titanic Museum in the gift store. So I liked the Celtic design. And I think this journal was made in copyright 2009 by Peter Popper Press. It's out of New York. So the very first journal entry in this book, I consider that I had bought this in March of 2020. So the first entry was December 28th, 2020, where it says, I had bought this journal of March 2020 during a vacation in Branson. As we approach 2021, I thought I would start journaling in here. So actually, for the good part of, I was actually somewhat actively journaling for a while. So we're getting into 2021. We're still, so yeah, I was actively journaling for a while in this book. So I got March of 2021, April 2021. Yeah, see, yeah, September. Yeah, I was still writing. And then we get into 2022. Because yeah, because I think in here we went on vacation. So anytime I go on vacation, I will journal what we did on our vacation. And in March 2022, my husband's birthday's in March, and we went to Dodge City in March. I know, probably not, because he's into the Western type thing, and that's why it was appealed to him to go to Dodge City. But it was not during peak travel season, so there wasn't that much to do. We stayed there, I think, almost a week, but probably was only about a day or two's worth of stuff to do, so we were kind of going, what are we going to do now? Anyway, we were actively journaling, but then I think it got to the point where if you've seen, I did a video where I was writing in here, where I was weighing a bunch of projects. It eventually transitioned into that. I wasn't journaling anymore. I was more starting to take notes and stuff. We find occasional journaling, but then we're getting into, it's 2020, I was just writing stuff for my other channel. That's pretty much. Plus, if I would write patterns down, this at some point became a note. I did journal. Because for a while I was journaling because I was trying to lose weight. I thought journaling might help. It probably does, because I think my plan was to try to get into a headspace to lose weight, but it just didn't seem to work out. So I was journaling a little bit for that. Then we're back in the notes. So yeah. Alright, we're trying not to get too dragging on here, but that's it. I still have that much empty in this book. So I use this book journal quite a bit. Alright, my next time. Alright, this I bought, I think, at the dollar section at Michael's. Yeah, there's no journaling in here. This was more note taking. And the reason why the pages are falling apart here, because if I leave this out, and if one of the guys, somebody needed something to write on, or they need to take a note, they would write something in here and tear the page out, and these pages were not meant to be torn out. So when they were tearing the pages out, it kind of ruined the binding and pages were falling out. So this is specific. Well, I do some journaling. Oh, I probably shouldn't. Those are pictures of my daughter. They were my daughters when they were younger. They're much older now. So they're not. But yeah, there's still quite a bit in here. Also not journaling. But this would be more for not really journaling, but more for note taking and stuff. But again, I fell in design. And I think this was in like Michael's. They got the cheaper section by the checkout stand. That's where I found this journal. Pretty sure it was Michael's. I don't remember. But yeah, I do like this. I like how this outer feels too. Alright. This next journal I thought would be very important to have. It actually says a mindful journal. And I actually found this at Walgreens. I thought it would be a good idea to have. So, as you can see, I have none yet to write in this journal. Probably because I can never think of things to say. So actually this could be another, I can extend on another ASMR video where we talk. You can say, they talked about things. I will focus on the things that make me happy. Something to improve on. What makes a good person. Someone or something that inspires me. Future. So yeah, I could probably use this. Future. But you know, I can only do, I mean, every one of these says future dreams. I'm like, I almost want to write the same thing over and over again in my thoughts. And so, yeah, I thought this was a good idea. And maybe sometime I'll get to it. But yeah, not even wrote that book. This one I saw at Barnes and Nobles, and I was really intrigued by this one because this one's got, I don't know if you can see, it's neon colors and it's dots. Dots. So it looks like the binding kind of falling apart on this one. Oh, future is bright. So pretty much I was using this one for more artistic purposes. Well, the first couple pages in red or note. So yeah, that's all I was using it for. I'm just using it to like do artsy stuff in here, and after a while, oh, see if I actually should get a white pen again because that looks cool. Maybe when I'm out again, I'll look for a white, like a white pen. That would look really cool on these pages. So yeah, that's all I was using this for. Here, I'm trying to, I think I might have done that recently. Trying to draw a face. Oh, let's see. Oh, I wrote on here for actually did a short of a survey questions. So if I remember, I'll link that in the description. So I got survey questions in here from a past video I did recently. But yeah, they're all different colors. We got orange and purple and blue, and here's green, and yellow, and yellow. So yeah, I thought that looked pretty cool when I got it. Alright. If you are a Friends, if you like Friends, you know what this is. So this is a Friends theme. It's a planner. That's all this is. This is a planner. I liked it. I don't know why I got it, because I'm not really a fan of Friends. But, you know, it's a random planner. It's got stuff you can write dates in there, but that is not. Like I don't watch Friends, so you might know, if you know, you might know what that means, but I don't know what that means. But I thought the planner looked pretty cool. Obviously all empty, but I am using the front. I'm not going to show you because we were keeping passwords in here. We got passwords in here. Alright. This one I got when I worked, not at the current company, but my last company, where diversity is our advantage, and I think that is still, should be still the case. We're not going to get further. That's getting political now. But I like this, and I kind of like, yeah, this one, I didn't journal. This is, again, more, I was taking, okay, maybe there might be I don't think I drew that. I think one of my grandkids drew in there. You know, I was doing, okay, there's kind of like, there's some journaling there that has some positive words. Because sometimes we also some positive words, which I wrote at the time was creative, joy, confidence, which I feel like I lack, smile, faith, children, vision, dancing, unconditional, I wrote God, goals, accomplishing goals, having a clean heart. And somewhere I wrote, I will conquer today. Probably was going through maybe a lower point in my life and needed some confidence. But again, also some artsy stuff in here. I like, for the longest time, like making round squiggly lines. So yeah, a lot of artsy stuff in this one. Oh, some guy get a tree. I like drawing. If I drag drawing, I'm into drawing trees. And, yeah, I'm trying to draw faces. So I'm not much of an artist, but there's just a lot of doodling in this one. Or it's notes, or dinner, or recipes. Like I said, some of these I write recipes down. I might be watching a video or something, and then I might write recipes down. That's a pattern. Oop, I did write one of my favorite recipes I read watching YouTube. These are dark chocolate cookies, which has a cup of sugar and 3 tablespoons of molasses, or that makes your own brown sugar. You can just use 1 cup of brown sugar, 1/2 cup of soft butter, 1 egg, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of honey, which is optional, but recommends adding the honey, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 3/4 cup of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, and a cup of chocolate chips. I guess you just mix them all together, bake for 350 for 12 minutes or until it cracks on top. These are really, if you like chocolate, this is really good. I gotta be careful because I do have a chocolate allergy. Oh, so yeah, pretty much everything in here is kind of notes. It's either recipes or handwritten note patterns for crochet patterns, because you know I have a crochet channel. So again, a lot of empty pages in this one too. All empty pages. All right, this latest journal I just bought last week. I just kind of want to get another one. It's got the tree pattern on the front and on the back. Book was $8 because it was in there. Well, they didn't call it their clearance sections. They're back in their little nook that's got reduced stuff. Yeah, I love trees, and I love this. Oh, I love this design. I thought it was pretty cool. I haven't decided if I wanted to take the $8 sticker off yet. I might leave the $8 sticker on. But I wanted to at least make one entry. That was the day I bought it. When I bought it on October 19th, 2025. Said, today I bought this journal for $8. And then my son and I were in Barnes & Noble's for our weekly tradition of coffee, or Sunday afternoon coffee. I also bought my son some dice. He did buy the coffee and the snacks. I'm not sure when I will write in this journal again. I have other journals that I write in, obviously, so that might be the only entry I have. I might not make another entry in here for a while because I got all those other, so I'm not done yet. I still have 2 more journals yet. This journal is actually almost complete. And I think I found this one a couple of years ago in Barnes & Noble. And they're not, at first, they're not, plus I got all sorts of stuff. So it's color journal because if you're into adult coloring, but at the time I bought this, I was. So I'm like, gotta have it. So it has adult coloring pages and journaling pages. So yeah, this journal is actually almost full. So let's see, 2000, I don't know when the earliest one, I saw one for 2018. I think I might have an entry of, I have a 2016 entry. Yeah, for a while they were, these are not, I can write in different sections in here. Because I got October 2018, and then I got October 8th, 2016. And then I got back to November 2018. Yeah, so yeah, they're not, but yeah, they're like, there's actually journaling. There's probably stuff when I was on vacation, probably. Oh, here we go. Remember I was talking about that outline journal that I had bought at Branson because we were supposed to go on a cruise. So actually this journal, I was journaling during the COVID period, so that might be interesting. Where it actually wrote in here that, you know, that it's 2 days, and I mentioned I don't think, you know, because there was anxiety because people were telling us you shouldn't be going on this cruise because there was already news that of cruise ships that people were kind of stuck at because people had COVID on the cruises. So we were going, and nobody was going to talk my husband out of it. I'm going to throw my husband under the bus. I was nervous about it. He was not. He was like, we're going to go. But actually, yeah, at first we canceled it because my husband has like diabetes and that stuff. So they probably weren't going to let him on. But it turned out that's when we decided that we're going to go to Branson. And then the next day we learned that Carnival just canceled everything. So we did eventually make it back to Carnival in 2023. And then we were supposed to go this year, but my husband was ill and could not make it. And we had to cancel the cruise then too. But anyway, I digress. Actually, there's a head coloring pages in here. Not all my pages are colored yet. Oh, see, I had to color that one because it was trees. It was like good more trees. So yeah, this one is nearly full. It's again, same thing. It's just if I wasn't journaling, I was writing notes. I was like either writing recipes or I was journaling too. And I'm trying to think. There's still quite a few pages that I still have to color. And I was like, yeah, I tied some leaves in there. So yeah, there's only a little bit. This one, as far as journaling, is this one's nearly complete, but there's still a lot of coloring pages in here because it kind of fell out of the adult coloring. But that might be an ASMR video one day too, is do adult coloring. You'll have to let me know in the comments. All right, I have one last journal for now. After here, I was thinking I actually have one more journal yet, which I think I will get. I think one more. This one is blank pages. It has blank pages in it. For some reason, I don't know why I didn't grab one of the other journals. I started to take notes during the church services. I thought it would be a good idea, so I will at least remember what they would talk about, what the sermon was about. But yeah, I started like taking this and start writing, who did the, who was the pastor that day. Sometimes I would draw some little things. Yeah, this was Easter. So yeah, it was like, yeah, so yeah, for some reason, writing on blank pages. So this one I'm actively writing sermons, so there's still a lot of empty pages. There's one more journal. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas. So this, I found at my church that they had they were giving some books away, and I found this in church. And see, it says a legendary yearbook. And whoever had this before me said Christmas, 1993. So now, any Christmas-related items that are going on, I would write this in this journal, and I will probably start writing in this again pretty soon. I could probably start anytime now, start when we get closer to we are pretty getting close to the Christmas season, so I can probably start writing this anytime. So anyway, actually it was October 17th, 2021, so I've had this for 4 years. Almost to the, yeah. I had this book for 4 years. So the first one is like that I find this Christmas journal at my church's free book rack. The only thing that was written in the book is Christmas 1993, which I just told you. And then I would go and say it. So the tradition now is that I would write any Christmas related items that was going on. Like if I did Christmas shopping, or, you know, if I did decorating or stuff like that. So usually the first entry that will be about Thanksgiving Day. There was one year I almost forgot about this. I was like, it was almost Christmas and I had not written this journal. And then usually the last day is when the Christmas decorations go down. And it's usually New Year's Day I start taking them down. But lately, the last entry has been on my birthday, which is in January. January 13th is my birthday. And let's see. Yep, sure enough, the last entry for this past year was January 13th. It was on my birthday. You know, right here, so. And I don't think I wrote too many entries for this past Christmas season, because I did one on November 28th, which was Thanksgiving Day. And then the very next one was December 26th, which I really haven't, so I wrote 3 entries for this past Christmas season. And then one on January 13th, which I might wind up. So I'll probably make the next. So obviously this is still all, I don't know how many years this Christmas will go, but that is the Christmas journal. Oh, that is all my journals. I was going to do, maybe I'll make that a separate video I have. So soon I might make a separate video what I got in here. So if you did like this video, give it a like. See more content like this one, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you always for watching. And until next time, bye now.